Welcome to Ladies of Another View on Beck. I am Mary, and today joined by Andrea and Patty. And it is a Freedom Friday right here at Beck Studios. Well, every day is Freedom Friday. And if you're watching a rerun, if this is playing on Saturday or if we use it on another day, every day is Freedom Day at Beck. It's twice as fun and twice as free.
Amen.
But lots of good things coming up today. We're going to talk to Sheriff Richard Mack. He's been on the show a couple other times, but he's really been involved down on our southern border with Mexico and is going to share some information about the 2,000 mules. And also, he's going to talk a little bit about the Second Amendment, we hope. He's got some books out, nice books. But I actually had run into him down in Rapid City. But we're also going to talk, later in the show, we're going to talk to Ross Kennedy, and he's going to give us an update what's going on in Grand Forks with the CFIUS review, etc. There's so much to learn about that. But first of all, Sheriff Mack, welcome to the show.
Thanks, ladies. It's always good to be with you. And it's like you say, it's a great day for freedom.
It is. It is. You know, I met you the first time down in Rapid City at a Freedom Fest, and it was a libertarian event. And then I also have met you at the Reawaken America tour. And of course, you've been on the show a couple of times, but I do have a photo. That's us down in Rapid City, so that was a fun day.
Oh, yes.
It was. It was. So tell us a little bit about your background. Refresh our memories as far as for our viewers. Just let us know exactly what Sheriff Richard Mack is all about.
Well, I'm all about freedom.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. So I guess I'll see you next week.
It's not that easy.
No,
yeah, but you're involved with the CSPOA and whatnot. Tell us about your background.
Well, I just got interviewed this week by CNN. And I tried to let them know who I am. So I'll tell you what I told them. I don't fit the mold. You can't pigeonhole me into any certain type of cop or sheriff or person. I'm a father. I'm a husband. I've been married to the same lady for 47 years. I'm very strong family values and American patriotism and American idealism. And basically, I believe in the notion that all people are created equal and that liberty is for every single child of God. And I don't care what color you are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what country you're from. Freedom, individual liberty, civil rights belong to every individual. And I actually told that to Sarah Sidner, who interviewed me for CNN. I told her at the very beginning that I did not trust her because she works for CNN. And she proved me right. But at the same time, I don't decline interviews, and I don't care who it is. I've been interviewed by agencies I don't agree with. I certainly do not care for CNN and the many lies that they have supported from the Democrat Party. I told them that. I told them they were a hack for the Democrats, that CNN is a Democrat news agency, and that they cooperate with each other to make sure that they have the same talking points and that they use them. And so I did not hold back my views from them and my feelings about them. And all she could say, no, we're not, but everybody knows they are. And I don't care if everybody else knows. I know they are. So, and I'll tell you why I don't decline interviews, especially with CNN or any others for that matter. Well, we had a big press conference in Las Vegas about 3 weeks ago, and we invited every press agency just about in the country. We hired a PR company that has immediate access to every news outlet in the country. The only ones that responded really were a couple of local small agencies in Las Vegas and Reuters and New York Times. Then about a week and a half later, CNN did. Fox News didn't respond. Uh, I made personal calls and emails to the biggest news agency in Las Vegas, and that was Las Vegas Review Journal. They sent no one. I believe they ignored the whole thing. And so the reason why I will not decline an interview with CNN or MSNBC. I was on with Chris Matthews back when he did Hardball. Uh, and people warned me, oh, don't go on there. My wife warned me, oh, don't do CNN. And in some ways, they're correct. But one of my favorite interviews, and I think it's still on YouTube, was with Chris Matthews. And he really tried to play hardball with me, which was fine. But right after the show, he said, Sheriff, you're the most honest person I've ever interviewed.
Well, that's a good thing.
Well, yeah, of course. And I will tell you, bottom line, why I will still interview with CNN tomorrow. I don't care if it's Sarah Sidner or Don Lemon or Anderson Cooper, whose show this was on, because they're endorsing us when they interview us.
Mm-hmm.
They're making it clear to everyone in the country. We're not interviewing Sheriff Mack. We're not talking about the CSPOA. We're not talking about constitutional sheriffs. We are attacking Sheriff Mack and constitutional sheriffs. And if they are attacking us, then we know that's a huge endorsement. And like I say, I'll do it again tomorrow.
They say all press is good press, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of truth to that. Because if we are completely ignored, that means we're not doing our job right.
So then why don't you share with us, we just have a couple minutes left of the first segment. Why don't you tell us what it was, the big release that you were giving in Las Vegas?
Well, it was all about, we had True the Vote people with us, and it was all about election fraud. And we also had sheriffs in attendance who are already conducting criminal investigations on election fraud in their counties. We totally support that now. Our entire view of election fraud became much more focused, and it's our number one issue now at the CSPOA because of the tremendous amount of mountainous evidence that was displayed in 2,000 Mules. That cannot be dismissed or ignored by any fair-minded law enforcement officer in this country. No sheriff can ignore that anymore. Some sheriffs have said, well, I turned that evidence, I turned those complaints over to the Secretary of State. Yeah, right. You know, we're really concerned that too many sheriffs are so concerned about keeping their jobs instead of doing their jobs.